You're on.
How's my hair? Look okay?
Looks good. So we're going to do a little ethnobotany lecture.
Ethnolichen lecture.
Ethnofungi lecture. And we have 4 or 5 to talk about, and we're going to start with Cetraria islandica. So
Ethno, like relationship to humanity.
yeah, like what are they, when somebody asks us, what do lichens do? My answer is always they're just a living thing. Don't ask that question. But they do fun stuff. Here's one, Cetraria on that top right. This is a different species than the one that I'm talking about, but it's the same genus. Cetraria islandica is an ingredient in toothpaste. So if you go home after you watch this lecture, or you're probably already at home, if you go to your bathroom and look at your toothpaste, if you have kind of one of those, you know, Whole Foods, Hippies, Tom's of Maine type toothpaste, you might see Cetraria islandica on the ingredient list, and that's a lichen in your mouth.
What does it do?
Actually, I'm not sure, so Google it and maybe let us know in the class forum.
Extra credit. Next, Cladonia arbuscula. Mountain bedazzlement. Tell us about Cladonia
So
arbuscula.
you all might have seen this one recently because I'm seeing it pop up as a decoration a lot. So if sometimes a fancy bar will have some kind of behind the bar decoration, or you can see it in flower pots at fancy flower shops, or if you are an architect, or if you know somebody that's an architect, they have those little tiny, like the mini buildings, and they use Cladonia arbuscula as the trees in those little models.
All right, let's go on. It's real cold up in Scandinavia. Norway, Sweden, Finland, Denmark. What am I missing? Anyway, real cold. Estonia, lots of indoor time. Okay, stop. Don't embarrass me, Carly. Well, they figured out how to use lichens in lots of creative ways, and one of the ways they use them is in making a liqueur out of them. I believe it's a species of Cetraria, I can't quite remember, but in any case, there is a alcoholic beverage made out of a lichen, widely sold in liquor stores in Norway and surrounding environments.
Cool. Another one, speaking of liquor, there is a species right here in Colorado or a genus called Usnea. So if you're ever hiking around Brainerd Lake, for instance, there's tons of it around there. On the spruce trees, you kind of see these little tufts of like mint green, fluffy looking lichens, and that's genus Usnea. And if you extract that via either hot water extraction or alcohol extraction, I think alcohol is the way you can make a tincture, and that tincture is used to alleviate cold and flu symptoms.
And here's a picture of Usnea mutabilis on the cover of this fine book. There's a whole other series of lectures and a whole class that could be taught on using lichens as natural dyes. And in fact, the last time we taught this course, the lichen biome, Dean Bowers, the chair of our biology department and also curator of entomology, she's very interested in using lichens as dyes. So we did a whole experiment where she purchased all these natural yarns, and we dyed the various yarns with various species of lichens. So I can talk more about that later, but suffice to say, there's brilliant colors that come from lichens. As you can see in nature, they're brilliantly colored, and people have used that for textiles. And then finally, there's lots of uses and lots of connections, but Umbilicaria mammulata, here we go. This is the American rock tripe. That has a really famous and interesting history. During the Revolutionary War, George Washington's troops were starving in a brutal cold winter. They ran out of food, they ran out of supplies. The Union Army was oops, that's the wrong war. Anyway, the army was completely out of supplies and out of food and out of resources, and they were freezing and starving. And the story goes that they literally survived in that brutal winter for several months by eating Umbilicaria mammulata off the rock surfaces, rock tripe. So,
however, it tastes disgusting, and nothing you do will make it taste better.
Not even sriracha?
Haven't tried that?
Chipotle.
That's extra credit. Get back to us.
Let us know. Thanks, y'all.